Happy New Year! Woo! I partied so hard last night with my best friends. It was me, my pillow, my bed, my blanket, my TV, and anime. It was a great holiday. I actually slept through 12 a.m. I made it to 11:30. That's the last time I looked at my watch. And then after that, I was out. I was out like a light. I decided not to really party this year. I got invited to a few parties, but I was like, you know what? I'd rather sleep and do nothing because I'm an old man who loves Jello pudding and rice pudding now. So yeah, I ate rice pudding over the holidays, and I was like, this is me now. This is who I am. I'm an 80-year-old man. My back hurts. My knee cracked the other day. I was like, all right, I understand. I get it. This is who I am and who I have to be. I'm kind of distracted right now, to be honest, because I went for a walk just now, and somebody came up to me. Like I was, like when you like walk past somebody and then you have like that little banter. Yeah, somebody was like, hey, I've also been walking a long time. I can't no longer walk properly. And I was like, that's a rude thing to say to somebody in my head. I think I just have like a limp or something. I'm not sure what it is. So I just said back to him, I was like, oh yeah, I'm disabled. And he got so embarrassed. He was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I was like, yeah, it's okay. And I just want to teach that guy a lesson to never talk to anybody in public ever again. I feel like everybody could maybe benefit from that. Maybe that was a mean thing to do, but because if Disney taught me anything, the lessons to be learned are always supposed to be traumatic. Like Nemo is never going to run away again after his traumatic experience of running away. And every other Disney movie that teaches you a lesson is usually like a traumatic lesson. It's like, hey, careful, you might die if you say this again. So yeah, I wanted to do the world a favor and make sure that guy never says anything to another stranger ever again. That's where I'm at right now. And now I'm just overanalyzing my walks, and I'm just like trying to walk properly, whatever that means. I hope you had a great holiday. I took 2 weeks off besides recording this podcast. I did not do anything. I wrote a little bit of stand-up. I started writing a graphic novel, but besides that, it was me, my left hand, and the lotion. For 2 weeks straight, I just jerked around all the time. I went to go visit my family for the holiday season, which was something. That was something. This holiday season was just something. I'm feeling I'm getting to the age where I can't I don't know how to enjoy the holidays anymore. Like, am I still a child? Because I'm relatively young still. I'm only 26 now, and that's still young if you ask a 60-year-old person. But I'm also feeling like an adult now. I have to convince, the kids that Santa is real. I don't play along with them anymore. I convinced them that the Santa's real. So I feel like it's just getting weird. It was so prominent that I don't know where my place is anymore, that when all the kids were unwrapping presents, even I was unwrapping presents, I just saw the pile of wrapping paper grow in the middle, and I instinctively went to go pick it up. I went to go pick up the wrapping paper, and then the other half of me was like, why am I doing this? Why am I not making a mess like a child right now? Don't pick it up. You're admitting that you're losing. You're admitting that you're losing in the world of adultship. So I stopped halfway and I just dropped the papers. I was like, no, I'm still a child. I'm not an adult. I'm not going to clean up after these kids. So instead of cleaning up after them, I just made the world's biggest wrapping paper ball. I just took all the wrapping paper and made a ball. So I kind of cleaned up, but I also had fun with it. Everybody wins. And in that scenario, I won all the time. The ride down there was obnoxious. It took me 15 hours. 15 hours to take a train, and then the train was delayed 5 hours. A bridge caught on fire. There was an electrical wire on the trail tracks. The trail tracks cracked. It cracked, and so we had to wait until somebody came to put it back on the rail. It was the longest train ride I've ever been on. The whole time I was like, please, lights go off, a murder happens, so something interesting happens. I'm like, I want to be in a mystery whodunit right now. I really want to be. I really would love that if somebody, even if it was me who got murdered, and somebody Blanc had to come on and solve my murder. That would have been so much more enjoyable than having to sit there and listen to everybody talk. Everybody just used that as a moment to call their families. when the whole train ride, it's like, all right, we're not gonna, like the social situation is like, we're not gonna talk on the train, we're not gonna use our phones or anything. Yeah, that goes out the window when there's any delays. Um, it's like it's like forget about all these people. Now I'm offended, so I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna hang out. I'm gonna sex with my wife right in front of everybody. No, it was good to see my family though. When you get older and you start like seeing the personalities of your family. I don't think I ever did that before. I was kind of in my own world as a kid growing up. That world was the world of Avatar. No, it was Bridge to Terabithia. Kind of sad at the end, but fun, but kind of sad at the end. A little bit of trauma in the childhood era. I finally can like describe what my aunts are like. I never was able to do that before. Like my aunt A, we won't say their full names, but I'll just say A and J. Aunt A is like a cat. She like goes off and does her own thing for a bit, but then she'll like come and like snuggle up with you and like talk with you. And that's her personality. And then my other Aunt J, is more like a dog, where she's just like hanging out all the time. She's like, hey, you wanna go play fetch right now? You wanna go hang out? Let's go do something. And I think I'm like cat dog, where I'm like in the middle. Like I like to go out and play, but I'm also like, all right, leave me alone. I'm gonna go write a little bit. I don't know if you're like this as well, but I'm in the middle. I feel like it's both. I'm not an extrovert. I'm not an introvert. I'm Malcolm in the middle over here. I think one of the funniest parts about like visiting them was my aunt gives me a face mask. It's a winter hat, but then it has a mask attached so you can pull it over your face. And so, of course, she was like joking, handing it to me. But of course, I go with bits. Anytime somebody's like, Elijah, do this. I'm a very big yes-ander. Okay, I would make a great improv artiste, artesian cheese, a great improv artesian cheese. I put it on and we go to Target. And as soon as we walk in, I'm wearing it. And my aunt's like, Elijah, take it off. And I just look around me and I'm like, why? She was like, Elijah, take it off. And I'm like, why? Why should I take it off? She's like, they're going to think you're going to rob the place. And I just look around who I'm with. I'm with my aunt, her husband, my other aunt, and 4 kids. And I just like looked at her and I was like, look, I don't think anybody thinks a robber is going to come in with their family. Like, there's no way that their robber is going to tag along with their family and be like, oh yeah, I'm not suspicious at all. Hey everybody, let's all rob this together. I'm the only one wearing a mask. Oh, you guys all forgot your mask. Why don't we all still rob the place? It's not like we're not a family of robbers. I'm only laughing at it because I saw an employee, like 2 employees, just like looking at me and overhearing my conversation because I'm like a loud talker. In public, it's the autism or something. And I'm a loud talker. And so she was like, and then I just saw the coworkers laughing because they heard me and they agreed. Of course, I took it off, after I was inside and they didn't see my face on the camera so I could rob the store. I took all their stuff and then I gave them my money in exchange for the stuff. It was the best robbery of 2022. I can't believe it's 2023 today. Oh my God. It just hit me. Oh no, it's going to take so long for me to like get used to writing 2023. I wrote 2021 down on a piece of paper like the other day. I'm not going to survive this year. I don't think. I think my brain is slowly regressing into infancy. So that's great. And yeah, okay, back to the holidays. Family game nights. They are fun and also not fun at all. We played Kids Against Humanity, which was like Cards Against Humanity, but for little kids. And that was actually pretty fun. I don't think we ever laughed harder as a family together because it was just like all immature things like, hey, what did your mom stick in her mouth? And then the card would be like 2 twigs and a berry. And then all the kids would like lose their mind because they're like 12 and they're like, haha, penises, ha, fart jokes. Like there's like, it's all lowbrow humor with the kiddos. All lowbrow humor. My favorite game that I taught them how to play beer pong. because I was like, you guys got to get ready for real life. You're you're approaching high school years, and I'm not gonna have you guys be losers. All right, you're not gonna you guys aren't gonna be losers. You're gonna grow up. You're gonna play beer pong. You're gonna make all the friends, because that's where I made a lot of my friends, at the beer pong table. They actually did pretty good. I, of course, almost won. I lost by 1 cup to my uncle, apparently, who is also very good at beer pong. Unfortunately, didn't know that he had the skills that I did not have. I think he was kind of holding back on me, to be honest, but I was holding back on him too, because there were kids on our team. Didn't want to get the game over too quickly. And then he kicked my ass at the end, right at the end. So sad, so sad. He was hustling me for sure. I had to give him all my Christmas candy. I'm kind of sick of your bullshit. Speaking of bullshit, today's sponsor. No, I'm kidding. There's no sponsor. What else? What else about the holidays? I think gift giving is like weird. Like this year, we didn't really do like thoughtful gifts. I mean, kind of. We did gifts that people would just enjoy. Like I got my little nephews and cousins, whatever they are. I got them like Roblox gift cards and little Roblox toys. I think it was kind of funny because I put it inside their stockings in the middle of the night after my family has already stuffed the stockings, and like the kids pulled out the Roblox gift cards and they're like, who put this in here? And my aunts were like, Elijah, did you put this in there? And I was like, no, I didn't. It must have been Santa. And I swear, I swear for like a glimmer in my aunt's eyes, she believed me for 1 second. She was like, "Oh my God, Santa is real! Christmas miracle! It's a Christmas miracle! Wow, my God!" But yeah, I put it in there. It was me. I'm taking credit, not Santa. He left a bunch of other gifts though. But I think the thing I think you can tell a lot. I think you can tell a lot about what people think about you through the gifts that you get. Like my little cousin, she is a horse girl. She got a horseshoe with her name on it. She got a horse ornament. She got a horse riding book. I'm like, all right, we get it. This is the only thing that she likes. She likes horses a little bit too much. If you ask me, just a little bit too much liking of horses. And I got Pringles because one year, many years ago, we were on a family field trip and a road trip, and I had to pee really badly, and there was we couldn't pull over for some reason, maybe because they hated me. But I ended up having to pee in a Pringles can, so they thought it was funny to to gift me a bunch of Pringles every year, and they do. It's funny every time. I laugh, ha ha ha. And then I got like a journal, and then I got a Pokemon ornament, little keychain. And so I was like, oh, all right, these people think I'm depressed. I like to snack. I'm a little joke, and I like Pokemon, which is like, it's a pretty good place to be in. And then I told them next year, hey, my other thing is G2 pens. I love G2 pens, so make sure you get that for me next year. G2 pens and journals. That's all I need for my comedy and my mental sanity and my something else that ends with it, itty, that I can't think of right now because my nose is blocked up and it's making me want to jump off a bridge. Itty. I think my favorite part was getting to bond with everybody. Like I've always been somebody who's kind of like arm's distance away from their family for some reason because like mental trauma or like whatever, dude. And I don't know, it was just really fun just to talk and hang out with everybody. Everybody has like stories to share, which is very fun. Like my uncle was telling me about his story that he went the first time he went camping and he had to like use the bathroom, and so he's like pooping. He's like pooping with his gun next to him, and he sees a deer, and there's like no other people around him, and he's like, dang it, what do I do? Do I just finish pooping, or do I like grab my gun and shoot the deer? And he finished pooping, which was a smart choice. I think it's kind of interesting to think about what you would do in those positions. Like what would you do? Me personally, I'm hunting. I'm in the woods. There's no rules really, like in the woods. There's like no societal rules. Like the woods are like uncharted oceans or unsanctioned oceans. Really, at the end of the day, like too much stuff goes down in the woods. So I would probably just pick up my gun, stand up, twig and berries just hanging in the wind, and I would take that shot. I think that's what you had to do as a man. I think that's what you had to do as a hunter in the wild. Not even as a man, just a wild person. Wild guy. By the way, I think guy should be interchangeable with man and women. All right. I'm going to put that out there. Anyways, I want to know what you would do. I want to know what you would do. Would you do that? What would you do? What would you do? Would you go out and shoot, or would you just finish your poo? That is a question for today. I did not do any stand-up this week or for the past 2 weeks, so there's no joke of the day. But thanks for listening. I'll see you next year. Not next year. I'll see you next week.